Hi, this is Tutor Nick P, and this is Word Origins 97. The word origin today is Holy Grail. Okay, let's take a look at the note here. If we say that something is the Holy Grail of something, it means that it is a thing that is greatly sought after, but is extremely difficult or almost impossible to get or to attain. So it's things that somebody's been searching for a long time, and if you got it, that would be the top of what you wanted to get. All right, let's continue. The origin of this phrase goes back to medieval legend and is also connected to the story of King Arthur. Okay, according to the legend, the Holy Grail was supposed to be the actual bowl used by Jesus during the Last Supper. You can also see a representation of this in a painting by Leonardo da Vinci. Remember, he had two really famous paintings, the Mona Lisa and the Last Supper, that people know anyway. It was the Last Supper. So it was the Last Supper Jesus had with his disciples before he was arrested and crucified. Okay, let's continue. It is also believed some of the blood of Jesus was caught in the bowl and saved during his crucifixion. So that when he was actually on the cross and he was bleeding, one of the disciples, I think, held it there and caught some of his blood. So the Holy Grail was believed to be brought back to Britain by Joseph of Arimathea. All right, so this is why King Arthur ends up sending his knights out, is because he believes it is actually in the UK anyway. Or what is the UK today? So would have been more possible to find it. All right, so it is connected to the story of King Arthur because when his kingdom was in decay, when it was falling apart, he believed the only thing that could revive it, bring it back to life, was for the knights to retrieve this, the Holy Grail itself. He sent many knights out on this quest to find it, but none ever returned. And, they always thought, I think, only the most pure knight might be able to find it. The bowl was believed to have miraculous power to heal and provide food, because I think because it caught some of Jesus's blood, they believed that it had this power. Okay, anyway, let's continue here. If this term is referring to the actual Holy Grail, the actual bowl, it should be capitalized, so you should use a capital H and a capital G. If it is refers to something that is being just sought after, then no, then it takes lowercase, should be the smaller letters. Okay, and we just have two examples of how we might hear it used. The Holy Grail for a political party is to get a super majority. Yeah, like in the U.S., if one of the parties, either Republican or Democrat, gets 60 seats, I think, in the Senate, or a far majority in the House, then they don't have to compromise with the other political party. They can do whatever they want. So, it's very, very rare that they come close to that. Most of the time, they're somewhere in the middle. But if they could ever get a super majority, then they could really get almost anything passed, as long as they could keep, all of their members, not, giving up and going to the other side. They should be able to pass anything they wanted. All right, and the last one here, this number 2. Some say the Holy Grail for the medical researches is to find the cure for cancer. Okay. Anyway, I hope you got it. I hope it was informative and interesting. Thank you for your time. Bye-bye.